Hello, everyone, on Friday, NFP Friday, on the 1st of September 2017. And this is Mark from Fractals&Forks. So, all right, first thing I wanted to talk about is obviously it's going to be NFP. We're gonna try to look at some levels. What I think of NFP with ADP numbers. They were really good. Not that there's usually a correlation between NFP and ADP. And the reaction to the number is also something, I mean, if it's a good number, but the revision of the previous number has been turned down or vice versa or whatever, the outcome of the number is not indicative of a move in the markets, right? The only thing that happens usually on NFP Fridays is that it creates the volatility for the market to either build or unwind positions. So I mean, it's like 50-50 chance. Even though I do think the number will be good, and I'm going to look at levels with dollar strength. Very, very temporarily, because I do think that the dollar is just, it's just going to fall apart. So that's my thinking. So let's first have a look at the DXY, and I showed this weekly chart on a tweet. So this fork. I talked about it during the last webinar. The median line with the reversals here has been resistance, so to speak, and the fact that it couldn't reach the median line here was already an indication that momentum was fading, and we did break down from there. And lo and behold, the lower parallel was support this week, but I do think we're going to drop through it. And when that happens, maybe not next week because it will be a shortened trading week, but the week afterwards, if we break 91.17, which is the 38.2 from this entire move, there is really nothing until 86. High 86s, which is also the 50% retrace. So this is, let me put a little circle there, because when I put a little circle, price always seems to go there. that was a joke. But still, I mean, that's something to be in, to be aware of. This fork, I like it, but I don't like it yet because it really hasn't been confirmed, and it's kind of steep to the downside. So that's why it's a little bit in gray. But it's something to look at. The 50 line, that should be now resistance, which is, well, we'll see on the daily. Resistance could be still a little bit higher. Let's look at the daily. So DXY, I mean, it's something you have to be aware of. And for those new here, I mean, DXY is about 57% the euro. So, that's going to be a good indication of where the euro is going to be. See, excuse me. I have a drink. So as I showed yesterday, I was hoping for this 93.09 to hold. Well, it didn't hold, but we closed below it, which is a good sign. But we could, and that's what I'm thinking. On NFP, we could spike up here, like 93.50 or something, or let's say 93.52. So a spike up there, and that has to be sold. So if we then look at the euro, I'm kind of thinking, you know, a spike down in the euro towards maybe 117 or something, and then buy it aggressively, right? So on that note, let's go to the euro, and let me first go through the majors, and then some crosses that we're playing, and then I'll answer whatever questions you have, maybe oil or indices or whatever you want. So euro, I'm still very bullish, right? But we're kind of stretched, right? So NFP would be the opportunity to unwind some of this overbought level. And if we look, you know, this is a weekly chart, and 117 or a bit below, that would be this red median line. So that could be something. 117, we stay there for like a week or a week and a half, and then we go to the upside. So that's basically my plan. On a daily, you know, the median line here, this is not the red one. The red one is where, you know, that's actually sliding parallel from the median line. But I think we're if there's going to be this spike in the dollar, this area where there's like a confluence of, you know, this short-term fork that I drew, the median line of it, this median line, and then a very, very important horizontal level, you know, the highs here and here. So usually if this was resistance back in 2015 and 2016, we haven't really tested it. So this area, which is, you know, a little bit below 117, but let's just call it 117. This area would be, you know, if there's a test here, would unwind a little bit of the pressure here, and then big move to the upside. 130s. Yeah, I'm still thinking that. Okay. Dollar yen. So, yeah, this level, this 61.8, was support. I still think we're going up for reasons that I you know discussed before, not because of the dollar strength, because that will just be temporarily, but because of Japanese yen weakness. You know, they already started buying less bonds, less JGBs, and in 2018 there aren't going to be enough bonds left to buy. So that is, in my opinion, going to weaken the yen substantially, and that's why I'm thinking, you know, 125s again or more. And everybody is thinking, well, lower, but I just can't see it. But anyway, I don't have a crystal ball, and I'm not an economist. It's just what I'm thinking. Let's look at a daily. So we reached this first little circle. So let me take that off, and yeah, there's actually nothing in between here. The 200-day moving average. You know, at some point it always goes back to it. This was exceptional. but we've been kind of testing it above, below, and it's going to be tested just from a technical point of view. So we might yeah, think up. I cannot be bearish on dollar yen, and how that will work out with the dollar, with the inverse correlation. Correlations break, you know. Gold has been you know, trading with and with against and with the dollar, so going up and down whatever the dollar did. But if commodities in general are bullish, you know, the dollar might not play a big role in gold anymore, as the dollar will play lesser role in the dollar yen. Okay, so if you're really used to trading correlations or inverse correlations, be careful, because you might be in for a surprise. Okay, so yeah, bullish dollar yen, dollar CAD. I wish I looked at my 4-hour chart like I tweeted yesterday, and in this level here, it was just, you know, a classic resistance. Should have taken a short here with a tight stop. It wouldn't have had to be a lot, and I think we're going down. NFPs today might bring a bit of a bounce, but I think the Canadian dollar is getting more and more, and I could try to find a correlation that it's going to get more correlated to oil, and I think oil is going to go $52. So that's $5 from here. Yeah. Let's look at a daily dollar CAD. So I thought if we could get a bounce, I think I put in a level yesterday to sell. I think it was 125.98 or 89. That's gonna be difficult now to reach. Yeah, let's. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna look at dollar CAD on NFPs. If we can get to 25.50, maybe, then it's worth a sell. Because I really think, and let's wait till this chart updates. It's slow because I have so many. I have to redo all the charts because all the lines, you know, slow it down, and I have lots of lines and lots of charts. So I think we're going lower and much lower. So yeah, it could be, so 25.50. Write that down, because I do think that would be, if we get there on a spike in FPs, that would be a good level to sell. All right, and then cable. It's gonna go up like no one's business, but is it, first of all, when, and is it going to be from here, or is it going to be from, let's say, the 55 MA here, which is at, what is it now, 126.80. Yeah, that's 150 pips from here. Wait, am I counting that right? No, it's 250. Okay, so that's a lot. I'm long. Invalidation would be, I would say, 128.30. So a stop at 128 should do, and if not, then buy it lower. It's just a matter of, you know, having the capital and the position size that you feel comfortable with being long this thing. If you see, you know, the weekly candle, we're at the week open, so nothing happened this week with the pound, nothing. It went up and down. Yeah. On a daily. See, and that's why it's important to do like top-down analysis. Oh, sorry. Top-down analysis, because you got to know the big picture, right? Or the bigger picture. So if we look at a daily chart, this is a nice little fork and a nice little channel. We've been, going sideways. It was like, every day, if you look in detail, every day we actually closed at the open, basically. Is NFP now going to be the spark that makes this go either, lower to go higher, or are we just going higher? But in essence, be bullish the pound and be bullish all pound pairs, by the way. But we'll look at that later. Aussie, also very bullish, and the same thing as the euro. Do we need another spike down and then up, or are we going up? So this today, well, could be. No, this is a weekly. So let's move this 2 weeks to the right. And yeah, 80. That would be my first target here. But it's a big breakout. If you see this fork going back to 2011, we are breaking out big time. So usually, and this fork is actually, in my opinion, not steep enough. I think we'll go fast to 90s, 95. Maybe not in this time frame, but maybe, yeah, by next year, July. I mean. Anyway, this is all looking far into the future. So let's go a little bit closer on a daily. And you see, I haven't updated charts. I'm still long. The 2 positions, and they just got to stay. I mean, like I said, it's going higher. So let me take this away. This is not a fork. These are just, it's kind of a channel. Been working like a dream here, up and down, bouncing up and down. Once we get above this resistance, it tried here, then watch for some violent continuation. Like I said, 95s. Definitely a possibility. And then Kiwi is very difficult. I still think, and I've shown this, I mean, tops were in July. Damn, I wish I had more conviction in my analysis, because look, I mean, when I drew this, we were like at 73.80 or something. I should have just sold, but Kiwi is such a difficult pair to trade. It's yeah, but I still think it's going a bit lower. Real support only comes in around 70.40. So that could be a level. 70.40 would put RSI around this level, and then a bounce, and then maybe lower again. So all in all, if I'm really bullish Aussie dollar, right, and I'm thinking Kiwi still has a way to go, so Aussie Kiwi, that's gonna be the trade of, well, September. Well, it has been for August already, but we'll have a look at that in a minute. So Kiwi dollar, we actually, let me zoom out. So this is a channel also, and a fork, and you know, this fork, if we leave the fork to the downside, I'm just going to delete it because the channel is actually more important. And then the bottom of the channel, like I said, one below 170, below 0.70, right? That would be an area here to look for a bounce. All right, so those were the majors, and yeah, let's go to 2-3 crosses, and then I'll if you have questions, just ask, and we'll go over it. So Aussie Kiwi on a weekly, and you know, we basically almost reached the target here, which is the median line of this fork. And this fork is really steep, but it's shorter term. But as long as we're trading within this, you know, I mean, we could trade up here, then have a little bit of sideways, and maybe touch the lower parallel here, back around 110, and then go up. So that's what I'm thinking, because the move has been strong. But if you look at this move, right, of course it started from oversold to overbought, but I mean, equal legs up from here, that would put us 118.80 here, right? Or what is it? 119. Okay, so very bullish Aussie Kiwi. Yeah, quick look at the daily. So the art will be to sit on your hands. If we get a pullback, do not freak out. Support could be, like I said, right now 110.20. You know, the high here, and if we go a bit lower, real support should come in around 109.65 or something, which would coincide with this red sliding parallel off the median line, because the median line didn't really have good touches. So I'm not really happy with this one. Okay, so a fork, even though well, I drew it correctly, kind of, from a low to a high to a low, you know, but the most important thing is that the median line, or the upper and the lower parallel, describe price, and that there's support and resistance there. And that's not really the case, because we sliced through it before, you know, that there was any indication that it had some kind of importance. But I've been planning to make new educational videos about forks and everything, and I will get to it. I will soon. So in the meantime, if you're new, there are some in the education section that I made like a year ago or a bit longer. So start by looking at those if you haven't done already. What else? Pound yen. I like pound yen a lot. And like I said yesterday, does it need to go to 121, 140, 130 or not? Or are we just gonna, oh, it's 142.42. Okay, that's good, because that is, you know, making a new weekly high. That's a nice, if we can close above this, that's going to be a huge bullish weekly candle, right? That's good. So yeah, targets. Actually, you know, it's 160. It's equal legs up from here. Target is 160, 100%. So 2 equal legs up, 50% retrace of the entire move. horizontally, that's also a support resistance level. So 160 is the target. Obviously, I still think because of the yen weakness and the pound, if the Brexit negotiations are going to be you know, good, then the sky's the limit for this pair, right? And that's why I don't really like pound Aussie. Pound Kiwi is of course a pair also that could have a lot of potential. It already has. I'm just not sure if we're gonna go to, you know, 50%. I think this might might be it. Then we go down again. Then we go up again. It is still trying to bottom, and I don't think it's ready for a big breakout yet. But that doesn't matter, because if we're still talking about 180 yeah, that's 600-700 pips, right? That's not bad. If we look at a daily, median line, so, you know, zoomed out. If I'm going too fast, just tell me. So if we're looking at this channel, if we can get above, obviously this perceived median line within this channel, okay, the scope is there to go to the top here, 190. So 1,000 pips. But let's just see. But I like this one too. So what else? Oil. I'm very bullish oil. What is it now? 46.73. Yeah, we should definitely close above 47 for the week. That would be nice. This is not the chart I wanted to show. It's the FXCM one. So I'm this is like a piece of art, right? I mean, all those parallels are taken off this one. You know, this has been 3-touch, 4-touch, 4 touches on a line, and then you just extend the parallels, and it has been support here. This one going off here was support here, and was support yesterday. So, you know, even if we still go down, this should now be major support. So 46 is a little bit under 46 should be massive support. No, and I don't think we'll go test it. So we're just gonna put this here, and then price will go there, and then we're all happy. No, this is not how I trade, by the way, but you know, this is what I'm thinking. So a bullish oil, and 52, like I said, which would be a 161 extension from this little first wave, whatever you call it. It can't be 1, 2, 3, because wave 4 cannot go here, and that's all I know about elliott wave. But yeah, oil bullish. Obviously silver, you've seen me going on and on and on about silver. Same thing as with Aussie Kiwi. Just sit on your hands and keep it for 22. I've shown enough charts on Twitter, I guess. No need to still talk about this here. Gold. Yeah, gold. It's gonna. Excuse me. Let me have a sip of coffee. So let's look at a weekly first. I think that's where it's actually easier to, I think. Yeah, this 100% extension, right? So that's what we're aiming for initially, because I do think, and if you see this channel, I mean, not a channel, but some lines that I drew, 11540. That's going to be, you know, either the end of wave 3, you know, 1, 2, and now if we are in wave 3, this could also easily extend to 1650, right? But let's not. It's possible, but 1500s, 1540 would be a real good target. So we almost reached. We did reach 1325. So the next, let's say, little bit of resistance could be the high here from July. So let me draw. So that would be the next step in the process of, you know, getting higher is 1375. Okay, so yeah, oil is acting good. Just checking while I'm talking here. Okay. Anyone else have a question, or you want to check something? We can look at Bitcoin, by the way, which I think is about to explode. These kind of parabolic moves, they don't just end like this. They gather strength. Oh, pound euro, yeah, I'll have a look. That's a difficult one, though. Could be that, you know, we'll consolidate a little bit till first, second week of September, and then this could double easily, 10,000 or more. Yeah, you gotta be in it and have traded it before, because I don't even know where to trade it, but even if I did, I wouldn't. But it's probably, there's a shitload, a buttload of millionaires out there, probably. It's not me, sadly. So yeah, euro pound. Those parity rumors. I think it's possible, parity. I'm not against it, but not yet. So if you look, you know, this, and let me put this here, because I do think we're still going down before we go up again. This median line, it's really acting as resistance now. I mean, here it's really steep, but I kind of like it, because, you know, well, forget the spike here, it was resistance. Here it was support, and now we're back at the median line, which is resistance. And now I think we're going down for a little bit. How far? I don't know. You know, first support would come in 90.30 or something, 90.35. So that would be something, 90.35. That would be my first, you know, pullback target, kind of. that would also maybe coincide with a bounce of 60 here. You know, I like if things go well, like here, right? We go in overbought territory, then we pull back, and 60 holds on RSI 20, and then we go up again. So that's why I'm trying to look at that. You know, if the median line is resistance, we go to 60, which would coincide with the first support level, 90.35, which I said before. And then it will be a matter of Brexit negotiations or whatever. And if we lose 60, then we go still a little bit lower, and then probably this lower parallel will be support around 89, right? And then I do still think that that parity could be in the cards. But you know, so many people were calling for euro dollar parity. That never happened. Okay. Anything else? Euro. Oh, you want to? Which I could show you my daily chart, but there's so many lines on it. It's not even funny anymore. But you know, if you kind of look in detail, they've been really good. You know, if you look at this, obviously I drew too many lines, but you know, like the red one, I should have showed it there. But I wasn't too sure. I was still thinking it would go to the median line. You know, the long term. Well, this for me is the median line, which would be 94. Would have been 94, 95. But maybe, well, we'll get there. But maybe we need to go, like I said, first down a little bit, and then another move up. Okay, so that was it. If there's nothing else, let me go over this. Aussie yen, maybe, because that would also be, you know, bullish Aussie dollar and bearish dollar yen. That would also put this a lot higher. So yeah, watch this one. It's trying to, you know, it broke. It's a bit of a difficult fork, but and it didn't reach the median line here, which was bothering me. But it has been constructive from here, right? I mean, resistance was broken here. We're pushing against it again. RSI trend line held. It's looking bullish for resumption to the upside. I don't know if you want to. There's a count or anything, but you know, 90.65 would be the first thing to think about. So that's 200 and almost 300 pips, and it's a good pair to make money. I don't know if it's time yet to step on the gas. 97.75, no, 87.75 would be a level. You know, if we really close above that, then it's time to step on the gas. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up. If there's no more questions, going once, going twice. Then thank you very much for, you know, attending, and I will get this uploaded and so that everybody else can watch it. Have a great day, and if there's any questions, ask me or Andy on Twitter. Thank you. Bye-bye.